What's up, folks? This is Han from the Best Family Outdoor Show. It's winter again soon, and I'm going to do another winterization video for you. Last time I did it with a bike pump, like a caveman. But this time, I'm going to show you how to do it with tools. I have a typical battery booster with a compressor on it. This one's more old school. You kind of just turn the compressor on and it starts. And it doesn't really stop at any given pressure. It just keeps going. I have another one by Cat. This one's a bit cooler because if you push air on, you can set the PSI that you want it to stop at when it reaches that limit. That way, if you fall asleep while winterizing, your pipes won't burst. And to be honest, if you don't fall asleep while you winterize, either of these are fine. But what I'm trying to say is, if for some reason you turn on this compressor, walk away for 5 minutes by accident and come back, your lines aren't going to break because they'll stop at 46 psi. This one will not stop. It will just keep pumping your lines until it breaks and bursts. So make sure if you have one of these, you don't walk away during winterization, which you shouldn't anyways. So without further ado, let's start with the first thing. I got to empty the water tanks. Let's go outside and do the winter tank first. I have a tiny wrench here, which I'll use. Here is the water tank outside right here. Boom. See right here? This is the tank. Before you pull this plug, which empties the tank, you want to release the pressure in the valve. So no water came out, meaning there's no pressure. Tough here because I don't want to cut myself. All right, be careful with these things because if you do it wrong and your hand slips, you're gonna get cut. I recommend wearing gloves. Well, I don't got gloves right now, so I gotta do it really carefully just so I don't cut myself. What if it doesn't exactly like when I'm bleeding hands? Oh, this is pretty tight, so be careful. This is when you gotta be careful when it's this tight, because if it slips, you cut yourself. There. Now I've pretty much loosened it. And from here on, I can just keep working it away. Slowly, don't rush. This is the wrong wrench to use, but I'm not at home right now. And this is the one I brought.
If you're curious, the right socket size is a 1 1/16.
So slowly just work it out. It's a plastic one. When you take these out, don't stand in front of the cap because there's water in it. Once you pull the cap out, it's going to shoot like a bullet. You're not going to die, but it's going to spray water all over you. So at your last few turns, you kind of want to be here and unscrewing it like this. That way, if that thing bursts out with water, it'll go this way and not on you. Some tanks have an anode rod, this one doesn't. Okay, I feel some pressure, it might actually shoot out. Let's see. There it goes. There, see how that didn't come out? Because there wasn't that much water. And also because I released the valve. If you didn't release the valve, the initial pressure would still be in there, and that thing would shoot out like pow. And if you're standing here, it might shoot your nuts.
Dad, why do you say that in the video?
I'm trying to save people's nuts. So I'm gonna let that drain. Let's go back inside.
I want to see it get out again.
Okay.
Well, I'm not touching it because it looks
So while that drains, what you want to do is open up this compartment down here, underneath the stove, okay? Under the stove, you will find the back of the water tank. This is the freshwater drain. This is the freshwater release valve. That in the back is a freshwater tank. So now I'm going to release the water from the freshwater tank by turning it. And now water is going to gush through. There you go. You hear it dropping on the bottom. Maybe not, but believe me, it is. Here are two valves for the water tank. I'm going to explain it really quickly, and then I'm going to reverse it. So over here, the blue pipe. You have it going from the freshwater tank, blue pipe in, upwards. Right now, this is closed, so it goes up, stops, meaning it goes that way and across. What I'm going to do, close this one here, which is the top of the hot water tank, and I'll close this one here, which is the bottom of the hot water tank. And I will open the middle valve. Come summer, I will open this top one, open that bottom one, and reverse the middle. And for now, water is draining, and I gotta let it drain. So while it drains, look over here in this one. While it drains, I'm gonna open this drawer, and so I can access the rest of the winterization pieces. While emptying, it's great to use that time to undo the drawers. That way you're saving time, not wasting time. All right, that right there is the air valve inlet for this RV to blow out the lines. Mind you, last year I used the bike pump, but this year I'm not. All right, so what should we do first? This one right here, we're going to use the Mastercraft, the Motomaster Eliminator Booster Pack. Okay, take the little compressor knob, plug it into the air hole like so. Now turn on. Okay, so on this thing here, this is the PSI gauge. When I turn it on, it's going to make the taps turn on. So here it is. Turn it on.
Hey, why is the water scooting up?
Now I gotta turn on the water. All that is air coming out. See the PSI building in the bottom? Building it up. Release the water. Now do the hot side. That's hot water. This is the hot water side of the lines. Boom. Let the PSI build up again. PSI build up. Okay, now let's head on to this side. Right here. Washroom, hurry up before the pipe bust. Get all that water out. There you go.
I know how much water there was.
In the lines, yeah. Let it build up.
Sounds like fun. It sounds like.
So I close it. I close it to let the PSI build up, pressure build up, release the water. You basically do that until the water stops. If there's water, what it means is your lines will have water, which is what you don't want. So again, we'll do it again. Let it build, release the water. Let it build, release the water. So I just demonstrated doing that with the Motomaster. And with the Motomaster, I had to always look back and make sure that the PSI wasn't gonna go super high and break the pipes. Now, like I mentioned, I have another one which has a regulator. So what I'm going to do is pull out this compressor valve like so. Now I'll plug this one in.
What is this pressurizer called?
This is I don't know what it's called, but it's a battery booster by Cat versus Motomaster Canadian Tire. I'll link the description later. Anyways, my point is this one has a digital control. So I'll set it to 45 pressure. You see that? 4.5 psi. I meant 45. Okay.
No, at 45.
See that's going up? I don't have to worry because it'll stop. But I don't want to necessarily go that high, so let's go to the washroom. One more time here. If this needs more air to be blown out. There you go. Okay, almost done. But you see this one? I'm less worried because the Cat one will control itself and not break your pipes with high pressure. Boom. Now I'm going to let it build some more and I'll switch to the cold side. Make sure there's no water. That side's okay. Well, there's some cold water coming out. Make sure none of that's still there. So,
Sound like fart.
there you go. Pressure releasing.
Sounds like farts.
All right, let's see this. Is this the last time?
Let it do a second.
No.
Why don't you just do the shower?
Fine, I'll do the shower now. Bottom piece, unscrew it. Unscrew it, make sure everything drips out. Turn on your taps, things like that. Make sure it all drips out. Then here, turn on the taps. Water.
Hey.
Go turn the air compressor back on. So make sure that you don't allow the compressor to reach the max value, otherwise it'll turn off and you gotta walk there when you start it. So before it reaches max value, release the pressure. That's good. There's no more water there. Nothing. All right, now for the toilet. There's the valve there. The valve there. Is that water coming in? No. So we close it. Wait for it. Still a lot of water. You see that? So do it like 5-6 times maybe. I don't know. Around there. There. No more water. Next one. Make sure this tap is good. One last time. Here is one. This one, there's some water still. Oh, this one's annoying. There. See that? It's all air. What you want to see is that. You want to see when the pressure builds up and you release it, you want to see this. That. You don't even want to see that drip. One more time. Pressure's building. I don't want to see any drips. Yeah, you see that? Now that's what you call blown out pipes. Alright, so lastly what you want to do is pour some antifreeze down your P-traps. I already did a bunch down here, but you want to pour some in there. Switch over to over here. Pour some in there. Pour a bit more, but I already did some, so you know, I'm kind of rehashing it here. And pour some in there. Put about like twice as much as I did. And you'll be alright. Some in the toilet. And give it a good flush. Close it up, because we're done. And that's it. Close it up. And the last thing is, 2 low point valves are here, okay? Undo them and leave them open for the winter. And that's it, we're done. I hope you enjoyed that video on how to de-winterize your RV with digital pumps. Remember, I did a video where I used just a bike pump and it's just as effective as using these digital pumps, except you gotta use your elbow grease or your knee grease to pump that baby. But if you're lazy or if you're weak, you can use these digital pumps like I just did, and same result, fully winterized, easy peasy. If you like that video, give me a like and subscribe if you want to see new videos like this. Until next time, peace out.